Hello, and thank you for coming to my diversity training. My name is Aaron Murphy, and today we'll be talking about pregnancy in the workplace. We will go over history, data, stereotypes, and other information. Without further ado, let's get started. Before we begin, there are a few acronyms you will see throughout the presentation that I would like to explain. First, the United States Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, also known as the EEOC, has the authority to investigate charges of discrimination against employers who are covered by law. There's the Family Medical Leave Act, also known as FMLA, entitles eligible employees of covered employers to take unpaid job-protected leave for specified family and medical reasons for up to 12 weeks per year. Lastly, there's the Pregnancy Discrimination Act, also known as PDA, which protects pregnant women in the workplace. In 1974, there were multiple court cases brought to the Supreme Court that dealt with issues of employment discrimination against pregnant women, and they realized women needed statutory protections from this type of discrimination. This is when the United States Congress passed the Pregnancy Act of 1978, Section 701, which is part of the Civil Rights Act that was amended by adding a new subsection that forbids discrimination based on pregnancy when it comes to any aspect of employment, including hiring, firing, promotions, job assignments, or even training. This information came from the United States Equal Opportunity Commission. According to the March of Dimes Peristat, in Texas, pregnant women account for less than 2% of the workforce, most of which are elementary and middle school teachers or nurses. Data shows that since 2019, the pregnancy rates have been decreasing. The data from 2021 so far says that the birth rate was 13.2 per 1,000 women ages 15 to 44 in Texas, and 11.6 per 1,000 women ages 15 to 44 in the United States. When it comes to negative stereotypes of pregnancy in the workplace, some women wonder if managers doubt they can do their jobs effectively while pregnant. They also sometimes ask themselves if colleagues assume they will no longer be committed to their careers after they have a child. Pregnancy in the workplace can put women in a tough position. Pregnant women can be stigmatized at work, they are viewed as less competent and capable, and more irrational than their non-pregnant peers. This finding is consistent with research on working mothers who are stereotyped as warm but incompetent. Pregnant women are also discriminated against in the workplace, denied opportunities, not promoted, forced to take leave, or even fired. Women are often well aware of these risks, and the experience and expectation of stigma and discrimination during pregnancy can make them more likely to want to leave the jobs after their child is born. I personally know of instances where the mothers have decided on being a stay-at-home mom after having a child. This is not due to lack of commitment to their career, but personal and financial reasons. On the other hand, I have also seen friends go right back to work after having a child. These choices are different for everyone and depend on their own personal circumstances. Either way, the negative stereotypes linger in the back of their minds regardless of the choice they make. While researching the negative stereotypes of pregnant women in the workplace, I found a study that said pregnant workers who are worried about these stereotypes often go above and beyond to hide their pregnancy and overcompensate by missing doctor appointments to stay and do more work and not ask for accommodations they may need temporarily during their pregnancy. These women are more likely to suffer workplace accidents like tripping, slipping, and falling. This information was found in Work and Stress, an International Journal of Work, Health, and Organizations, Volume 35, Issue 1. A study found in the Harvard Business Review said that when pregnant women received extra help at work throughout the duration of their pregnancy, they felt the help may be particularly damaging to individuals who are struggling to show that they are fully capable of performing as normal. In other words, when a person is already worried about being able to perform, receiving help confirms these fears and insinuates that they are actually underperforming. Nonverbal messages, such as body language and facial expressions, are often a way to tell how people are feeling. Facial expressions are universal. The facial expressions for happiness, sadness, anger, surprise, fear, and disgust are the same across cultures. Since the visual sense is dominant for most people, eye contact is an especially important type of nonverbal communication. The way you look at someone can communicate many things, including interest, affection, hostility, or attraction. Eye contact is also important in maintaining the flow of conversation and for gauging the other person's interest and response. Pregnant women may be particularly tired or uncomfortable during pregnancy, and their nonverbal messages may come across to some as something they were not meaning. As mentioned previously in the negative stereotypes, some coworkers might wonder if a worker who is pregnant is still committed to their career, and because of this, they may not want to partner with them when it comes to big important projects. Also, when working in teams, there should be a positive interaction and sometimes constructive criticism used as feedback on an idea. Team members may be wary of working with pregnant women due to the imbalance of hormones and pressure put on by managers. If a woman becomes pregnant and has difficulty doing her job throughout the pregnancy, she may require accommodations from the employer. Accommodations can be things like an altered break schedule or shift change, permission to sit or stand, elimination of marginal job functions, or permission to work from home. Also, if a woman is not able to work at all during pregnancy, she still might be entitled to unpaid leave as an accommodation under the Family and Medical Leave Act. According to the EEOC, under the Family and Medical Leave Act of 1993, a new parent, including foster and adoptive parents, may be eligible for 12 weeks of leave, unpaid or paid, if the employer has earned or accrued it. That may be used for the care of the new child. To be eligible, the employee must have worked for the employer for 12 months prior to taking the leave, and the employer must have a specified number of employees. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope you have learned something new about diversity when it comes to pregnancy in the workplace.